featuring Jared, Miguel, and Ramses. Hey everyone, welcome to a special Saturday edition of the Secret Stage Show. Yes, we are recording a day early because of the Super Bowl. Thanks for that, Super Bowl.
But on the plus side, Jared, at least it'll free us up to actually watch the Super Bowl and not actually have to worry about some streaming and doing podcasts at the same time.
That's true. I might hit a pub. I may not. I don't know. I haven't decided my plans for tomorrow specifically, but there is a really good sushi bar that's going to have a really good deal going, so I might be hitting up some sushi at least.
Nice.
But we are here, and this is a very special episode. Later in the episode, you'll get to hear our interview with Neal Lorenza, one of the creators of Bacon Man, so stay tuned for that. But first, Miguel, I know you have your indie game of the month you need to release here right at the tail end of the month, so you begin.
Alright, well, this indie game of the month was one of the Saturday streams that I did way back at the beginning of the month, which was the free game to play indie game Ninja Senki. So that is the indie game of this month. I would restream it again for you guys, but I'm gonna play the Deadlight instead. And going on to that with the what have you been playing section. It's this game Deadlight and Zelda. If you haven't been noticing, and Guilty Gear Xrd still. I'm hoping to get back into Destiny soon. So.
All right, I'll go next. Been snowed in, so you'd think I'd game more, but actually real life stuff has been getting in the way of me gaming. However, I've been playing some Diablo 3, co-oping with a friend, always fun. Been playing Pokemon, both Alpha Omega or rather Omega Ruby and X. And a lot of NES Remix, actually. That's how I spent my snow days, playing through that and swearing really loud on certain challenges that I'm like, oh, for fudge's sake, this is way too hard. And then I've had a major hankering for old 16-bit Super Nintendo games. So I've been watching people do retro reviews of Super Nintendo games and listening to a crap ton of Super Nintendo music. And now all I want to do is play Super Nintendo games. So maybe next week will just be a long list of Super Nintendo games I played. On for you, Rams.
Well, I've been playing a lot more Animal Crossing for some weird reason. I don't know why. It's like, I don't like doing chores. I don't like doing a lot of the weird things that you do in the game, but I find myself doing it in Animal Crossing a lot. To the point where I'm like, what am I doing in my life whenever I play it? A little bit more Smash. And the demo came out for Codename Steam. It hit on the eShop like on Thursday. And I've been playing a lot of that. It's really good. Really good if you haven't tried it. Maybe if you like games like XCOM and it very much reminds me a lot of XCOM a lot. And you said Valkyria Chronicles as well, but I haven't played Valkyria Chronicles.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, it reminded me more of XCOM Enemy Unknown more than anything.
Well, I'm going to totally download... When we're done with the show, I will download it and probably be playing it during the Saturday stream. So, I need to play this demo. I want to see what Intelligent Systems has done with this kind of combat strategy.
I'm going to say the game really does favor the new 3DS, the new Control 3DS. And I'm not going to say how, but it does favor it a lot. To the point where I'm like, well... I might end up buying it, and I might not. And now I'm seeing another reason why I want to purchase the new 3DS XL with this as well.
Yeah, because apparently Monster Hunter 4 isn't enough of a reason. Where, man, that gets frustrating. And totally needs that second stick.
Yeah, and then it's like, well, that's just my own. That's the own thing right there. Other than that, not much else really. Just the same things I've been playing as before. I could have started playing something else, but no, not really. I was gonna pop in some Persona, but nah, I was not yet. We're gonna hold off on that.
Only one life suck at a time.
Yeah, and right now that life suck is named Animal Crossing.
Yeah, that's a big one. I know way too many Animal Crossing addicts. So now you're one of them, Ramses. I don't want to lose you, man.
Well, I've been an addict before. Like that's not been like that's kind of that's something that's been like way before it. So it's like that's perfectly fine. It's just all familiar territory.
Yeah. All right. Guess it's time to hit up some news. And sorry that our games sounding sounds like we're playing the same games over and over again. Except for Miguel, he's been getting a bigger variety than you and I have, Ramses. But next week we'll try it for something a little more different. We'll shake it up, or I will.
I've been playing. I played Codename Steam.
That's true, you did. But it's just like your obsession with Animal Crossing and my Pokemon obsessions. Just like over the last month and a half, have just kind of been going. So.
Yeah, well, I try to keep
also,
it. For at least for our podcast, when we stream, I try to keep it try to have showcase a different indie game or something like that to at least showcase them, so that we can see instead of having to play the same games over and over again.
Yeah. I was just making a joke. I didn't mean to turn it into some sort of bigger discussion. Just kind of a joke about me and Ramses just having our one go-to game recently. That aside, let's move on to the news. Let's talk about other things we can make fun of, other than ourselves. Oh, no, that's too depressing. I'm going to a different one. We'll begin with something cool. Smash Brothers just got a brand new patch. It is the 1.0.2 update. It adds 15 new, in quotations, 8-player maps. If anyone who's watched any of our Smash Brothers streams, you know we love us the 8-player mode. These maps are all modified versions of current existing maps, so if you're a fan of the 8-player mode, here's the time to check out more 8-player maps. We gotta do another, like, 8 computers versus map match with some of the new maps when we have the chance.
Well, whenever we get the chance to do it.
Yeah, I loved our 8 little Macs. That was amazing.
Seriously, what you need to do is we need to do like a salty bet setup where it's just like, you know, y'all just take like bets or something like that and just bet on like on 8-player Smash Brother matches.
You know what? If me and Miguel did not care about football, that's totally what we should be doing during the Super Bowl.
It's like cockfighting, but it isn't.
Yeah. And it's legal to bet fake money. As kind of a sadder note on this one, game creator Masahiro Sakurai, I got the name right, has been talking about how this game has been really stressful and been basically a huge toll on his life. And so he doesn't know if he really wants to work on another... I don't know if it's just not wanting to work in games from now on or just not work on another Smash Brothers.
No, Smash Brothers.
But I'd like to see him work on something else. He's a great guy, puts a good amount of humor, a lot of detail into his games, and I'd love to see something new from Sakurai, in the coming years.
The thing is, like I said, he's went on record saying, "I'm done with Smash Brothers. Like I've done everything I wanted to do with Smash Brothers," and you can tell too. There's a bit of resentment coming from him too, because I remember a comment he had at E3.
Mm-hmm.
At E3, he was having like a Q&A with the audience, and this guy comes up to him and he's all like, let me help you on your game. I can help you balance the game, this and that, blah blah blah. He starts running off ideas, and he only gave one simple answer to him. He said, "Have you ever worked in the video game industry before?" And I think hearing this complaint about like people complaining about Smash Bros. And stuff like that, I think it's starting to get to him. I think in all honesty, that's what's going on.
It might be. I don't know how the Japanese fans are, but God, the American fans don't shut up. And it's fine when everyone's like, "Oh my gosh, I love this game," but it's a real pain to hear like, this character's broken and this map is stupid and they should, like, guys, shut up. You all own the game. You guys play it way more than is healthy for a human being to play it. Shut up. If you didn't like the game, you wouldn't be playing it. So clearly, Sakurai knows what he's doing. But you know what? There's nothing more rude and more offensive, I would say, not even just for game design, but for anything, to have someone come up and go, "Actually, your product is very flawed, and here's my list of things to do." And look, I know there's a lot of internet videos that are built around that, and that's fine, but there's a difference between doing your internet video of why Phantom Menace is not a good movie versus going up directly to George Lucas and giving him the list to his face. There's kind of a difference there. So just saying that guy was a dick. That's I guess what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, you don't say that kind of thing to a creator because that's most likely his response, and that's like one of the things where it's like when I heard that, I'm like, yeah, I don't blame him one bit about wanting to leave Smash Brothers. And it's like, look, if this is going to lead us to another Kid Icarus, please, because Kid Icarus Uprising was amazing.
Yes, agreed. Yeah, if Sakurai's gonna, like I said, if you give him control in a project, he'll make it very detailed, very fun. He knows what he's doing. He's not some newbie. You know, he's been around for a while. And I look forward to whatever his next project is. And if it's not another Smash, that's fine. I'm sure someone else on the Smash team can keep it going for Smash Brothers 5 or whatever they decide to call it. Smash Brothers and again.
Smash Brothers. Smash Brothers. So very tired.
Man, oh, they can take a Kamen Rider approach. Smash Brother Fives.
Fives. It's like the Greek word it's like the Greek symbol fives. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's exactly that.
Yeah. Smash Brothers Fives.
That would be a kick-ass name. Why are you not working on? Why are we not on the why are we not on the ad team here? We can be like rolling in money right now.
I'm so in for that. That is the best name ever. No one's gonna get it, but it'd just be amazing. Look, I'm called Jared the Greek for a reason, people.
Yeah, and then it's like I'm the only guy that gets it, and we're like.
I think people in Japan would get it. It's just most Americans be like, I don't get that. Tokusatsu bitches. Anyhow, speaking of an awesome Nintendo-ness, the Zelda comic from back in the 90s will be making a re-release thanks to Viz. They're finally doing something right. Just kidding, Viz. You guys have done a lot of things right over the years. You gave us the Fatal Fury anime.
And don't forget, they also brought out the older Zelda stuff.
Yes, they did. They were the ones who also published. Were they the ones who published the Historia?
No, I think that was Dark Horse.
Okay.
No, I think that was Dark Horse.
That book is amazing. I love that book.
But what was it? No, but they've been working very close with Nintendo for quite a while. They released all the Pokemon manga.
Oh, that's right. They
all the
manga, don't they?
All the Pokemon manga and all the spin-off Legend of Zelda mangas they've been releasing as well.
Yeah, I like how I tried to make a joke and it just failed because it's just like, no, the company's really good. I'm like, I know. The joke was that they keep screwing up, but they don't.
they lay dormant until the time is right.
There are two fun facts about this comic series. The original is that the issues of it did appear in Nintendo Power, and I was one of those kids lucky enough to have the Nintendo Power subscription back in the day. So I read this. It's a very comedic and silly version of Link to the Past. I really enjoyed it. It had a very different tone from the game because the game is much darker and much heavier. This was like Link is almost inept, but he's not. He has skills. He's just like comedy relief skills, I guess. And I really liked aspects of that. I like the fact that when he goes to the Dark World, you know, in the game when you first go to the Dark World, you become a bunny. But in like this one, when he sticks his hand through the Dark World portal before he has the gem that prevents him from transforming, his arm is like a weird werewolf claw thing. It's this big like hairy claw monster arm, and I'm like, whoa, that's so not a bunny. And the comic was fun. I actually liked the joy of it. I liked him failing at trying to stab the wizard guy, a Gagman, or however it's pronounced.
Yeah, a Gaiman.
He ends up trying to stab him with the sword and gets zapped for it. And I'm like, oh, cool. They actually put that in there and gave him a reason why he had to do the deflection thing, because he actually tried to melee attack him. So they did a good job with that. It's very lighthearted and fun. I think he has a fairy that just follows him around for half the story, like Puck and Berserk, but a girl.
Yeah.
So I guess more like Tinkerbell. Really fun series. Second fun fact is it's done by Shotaro Ishinomori. Yeah, that. It's Japanese names.
Keep going.
Ramses, tell them who that is, because
Okay, so if the name doesn't resonate with people, actually this actually goes back to the conversation we had earlier. He is the creator of Kamen Rider, amongst other awesome Japanese things that you like. He created the original Go Ranger series, which spawned into the Super Sentai series, which we now know as here in the United States as Power Rangers. He also created Kiter, Cyborg 009.
oh
Oh,
my god, oh my god, the character designs are exactly like 009. Just as soon as you said that, my brain puts an image of those characters and the image of his Zelda designs, and they're like, bing! And I'm like, oh god, it totally is the same guy.
yeah, and he borrows a lot of his own same designs and everything. It's like this is like very like late into his career. You can tell like he was like finally he hit that stride where it's like it's less that he was aping people like Matsu Tetsuka, and he was in his going into his own, and you can tell like a lot of his like a lot of a lot of his earlier stuff from Kamen Rider and stuff like that was influenced into this. I've briefly read it. I don't remember really much when I was growing up. I'm definitely gonna get it for two reasons. One, it's a Legend of Zelda, and two, I absolutely love all of Shinomori's work, and I will definitely get this when it comes out.
Yeah, I'm in. It was a great full color comic and a lot of fun, and I really enjoyed it. The other one I remember from Nintendo Powers, they actually did a Star Fox short series that was actually pretty decent as well. But continuing on, well, let's just since I was just referencing, no, it's not really Nintendo related at all, but whatever, I'll just jump right into it. Star Wars Battlefront, a little bit of news coming out from there from the guys over at DICE. They're set up a lot of different sizes of maps, which to work for different modes. So, you know, a larger map that would obviously be there for. So that way, when you load up Hoth, I'm assuming this means there'll be a Hoth map for, you know, the 16-player mode and a Hoth map for like 2-on-2. You know, the small Hoth map and a large Hoth map, so you don't get stuck on the Battlefield problem of there's 6 of us, this map is massive, where is everybody? I think it's to avoid that problem. It's supposedly going to contain every major battle from every Star Wars movie. I'm not sure if that counts Episode 7, but since it's releasing in Christmas, right after Episode 7's movie release, I'm assuming it's going to count some Episode 7 battles in there. Hopefully it will. That would be really cool if it does. And finally, EA has said they're going to give this game a major market push. They're going to try to promote this as a AAA title, and I say, yeah, you should. By all means, should promote this as a AAA title. This will be the shooter I will be playing all of 2016. So, you know, I'm in. Let's give me some Battlefront. Stay on that way of games that I'm really interested in. Since, I'm the host, I can do this. CD Projekt Red, who's working on Witcher 3, is coming up with a new Insanity mode. It's going to be very punishing, but fun is their goal. And one of the big things about this mode is it will feature, when you die, your save is deleted. Death is permanent for your character. There is no saving or resetting. It's real life. You died, gone.
You die for real, you die in the game.
Yeah, it's just like Sword Art Online, man. It's hardcore.
Except the whole thing about like, yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of in for this. Just for funsies, just to try it, just to see how far I could get in the game before I die and my save is deleted. I think it'd be kind of cool. Because it's either going to force you to really, really think out your strategy, or it's going to really, really be one of those, like, I have so many items to help me escape. I'm walking around with a crap ton of, you know, this item or that item that can distract enemies, so I can run like a coward to where I can heal up and save again. Without getting horribly killed by this or that monster or that monster. Or, you know, what have you. I think it'd be interesting. I think it'll change how you play the game, and that in and of itself makes me curious.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like either you're gonna have to play extremely conservatively, or they're gonna start, or like that's the thing. Is like it's these types of modes either force you to play extremely conservatively, or make you play in a certain way where it's like, you know, it feels unfair. And I'm wondering which one's gonna lead to. But like that, knowing who the people are making this game, I think most likely they're gonna go with the more methodical route with this and make you play
Yeah.
very conservatively instead of just being just flat out unfair.
Yeah, well, they said they want to make it also fun. So I'm wondering if that means like the drops and stuff will be really good. So it's one of those ones where it's like, oh no, you're going to be a total powerhouse badass. But if you're stupid and you die, you deserve to have your save deleted. It's one of those kind of things. Like, play conservatively, but guess what? You get some awesome armor and weapons for your rewards. So big risk, big reward kind of thing.
Bad. I'm down with that one.
Yeah, more information will come out as it comes out. Speaking of companies I love, but sad news, Sega is changing their focus from consoles to PC and portable games, iOS, Android. And unfortunately, in this process, they're going to be supposedly firing 300 employees. They're also moving their San Francisco office to LA, and Europe might get some downsizing as well. They basically say that the jobs will not be in the development department, so they're keeping their dev teams together. It will instead be on the publishing side. So it'll be people who help design, I guess, corporate side of things more or less. Which, unfortunate for those people, but at least people who are developing the games are keeping their jobs. That's what I always worry about whenever you hear about the people fired, because I have friends who have been in those companies that have had to downsize or what have you, and have lost their jobs because of it. And it's really harsh to see your friends, especially if they're a really good designer or they're working on a really good game, a game that looked pretty cool, but unfortunately the company shut down or died and they no longer got to work on the game. I know people in those categories, and it's always rough. It's unfortunate that they're losing some of their production and corporate people, but if those artists and designers and programmers can keep their jobs, at least that's something we can look at and feel more confident and happier about, I guess. Not that there's any happiness that can really come out of this story.
Well, usually the suits are the ones that screw up the most, so maybe we can look at it that way. Where it's like, wait, maybe we'll get a lot less, corporate meddling and a lot more like games being made, good games being made. But
and who knows? Sega hasn't had a good ad campaign in a long time. Like, there's just haven't been good Sega ads in a while. Even some of the Dreamcast ads are pretty stupid. But at least
I don't know.
At least the slogan remained. It's thinking. Like, everyone remembers that. I don't know.
It's all I can think of was that when they were talking about the arcade stick for the Sega Genesis, and it's just like, I think they were trying to insinuate masturbation with it.
Yeah. Sega commercials always been weird. But heck, if they can get a new marketing team, I think that would do Sega a lot of help. Although making a good game would be nice too. Take it back.
That's always a plus.
Super unfair of me. The Total War series is usually pretty strong. I'm really looking forward to the next Yakuza game, even though if they're not going to do console stuff, I have to get it on PC, which that's going to want a PC controller. But
I don't think it's going to stop. Like, for example, Yakuza is going to be made by. It's actually going to be made by. It's actually when it's going to be ported. It's actually going to be ported here to the United States by Sony, and
that's good.
So it's like it's not gonna make them stop. For example, if another company wants to publish a Sega game for like in the United States under their brand.
Okay.
So it's like okay, fine. If you're gonna, like for example, I don't think this is gonna stop like Yakuza, but I also think that this is a smarter idea because I want to see the numbers right now on Valkyria Chronicles for PC.
I'm curious about that myself.
What's up, Miguel?
Yeah, it's probably pretty good.
Yeah, because it came in at $9.99. It came in at like what $15 after that release and all that good stuff.
Yep.
And
all the DLC and I think some extra stuff.
Here's Gettle talking to you. Yeah, I'll post it here on the chat too. Because I am horrible. Anyways, but yeah, the whole thing about it is like I think they're trying to see that like making more lower keys PC games works out for them more.
Oh yeah, the Total War series has been sells like gangbusters.
And you know, I think like Sega and All Star Racing Transform had like this amazing resurgence when it came back to when it went to PC as well.
Yeah, I have a friend who owns the original on console, but he owns the sequel on PC.
Yeah, I played more of the PC one myself, and I think it's a way better game.
Yeah, he really
So
liked
much
the PC
fun.
version a lot.
Which
I'm
one?
Like
just,
they did.
it's one of the few racing games I'd probably end up getting. If I don't know if that is online multiplayer, but if it does,
It does.
I wouldn't mind if
It
it got
does.
to play with you and him, and we could all have a fun time.
It's $4.99 right now in the Humble Bundle store. Just to let you know.
All right.
Just the FYI to anyone that's interested that's listening. But yeah, like I said, like Sega, it just seems like for like it just seems like anytime like they make it like anytime they make some sort of like console game or they try to do something with a console, it just doesn't work. For example, Sonic Boom. But it seems like anytime they do something on PC, they just seem to nail it. Like I think that's where they need to go.
I
I'd
think
really.
no. I
First,
think, and we can go into this discussion probably when we have more time, since we don't have an interview coming up. But I'd say Sega needs to steer away from Sonic now. I mean, Sonic will always be their bread and butter from like in the 16-bit era, but now it has to go. Sega has to focus on IPs, other stuff that going for it. Because if you look at if you have the recent trend going for it, Sonic the Hedgehog 4, Sonic Generations, Sonic Boom, the other ones from the Wii, the Black Knight, and the Secret, or whatever it was called, the
Secret Rings.
Secret Rings. It didn't do all, those didn't do all that good.
Well, I think the problem with there's two problems with the Sonic right now. One is the Sonic that most of us enjoyed were the old 2D ones, and 4 was a movement in the right direction, but cost way too much. And that episodic thing, people were not happy with that. That really just pissed people off. I think the second issue they have going is that they really like to focus on all of Sonic's Fairweather friends, which is great, but I don't know who any of these characters are. And yes, I played Sonic Adventure, but I don't remember any of the side characters. The characters I remember from Sonic are Sonic, Tails, Knuckles. And that's really about it. Those are the three characters I actually care about in the Sonic universe. I liked the Sonic Boom cartoon. I was not fond of the Sonic Boom game, at least the DS version. I didn't play the console version. But, there is something there of Sonic they can do. They just need the right game and probably the right development team, I think, at this point. But, I think Sega has a lot of older franchises that they could bring back and do new things with and really be cool. I mean, think about this. Think about
Streets of Rage.
Monster Hunter's cool. What if you did like a Monster Hunter kind of thing, but like Phantasy Star universe? You did like PS.
Well, that's what Phantasy Star Portable was.
Yeah, Phantasy Star Portable kind of a thing. Get that onto more systems. Get them onto the DS and stuff like that. Let us have our adventure.
Dude, Phantasy Star Portable on PC would sell like gangbusters.
Oh, no kidding. People go crazy over it.
Phantasy Star?
I love that game. I love it.
I would love to see
that game on
Phantasy Star
PC.
5, honestly. I would love that. I'm a huge fan of the Phantasy Star series. I can't talk... Even the online ones, even the bad ones in the online series, and there are a couple of ones that are kind of bad just because of balancing and whatever issues. But
I myself, I really enjoyed the Phantasy Stars on the GameCube.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, those are good. I was gonna say we need to somehow resuscitate Streets of Rage back to life.
I talked that with someone, actually a couple people, about how we need more.
No one? Okay, good.
Beat 'em up.
So anyway,
No, I've said we need more beat 'em ups. There's definitely things that can be done, Sega. You just need. Let me work for you guys. I have ideas. I mean,
I have ideas too.
You're no longer in San
Miguel
Francisco.
has ideas.
Actually, no.
Miguel has
You're in
ideas.
LA. My friends are in LA. We can work this out.
Yeah.
Hey, look, I have ideas. You have ideas, Jared. Miguel definitely has ideas. I'm pretty sure Becky and even little baby Miguel has ideas. Hire all of us, please.
Yes.
Actually, I think my son's only idea is food. Feed me, change me.
That's the newest.
But at least he knows. At least he'll recognize
Change
Sonic.
Sonic. We can figure this out. Feed didn't change Sonic. We got something there.
Yeah, roll with it.
No, one last thing before we move on. One last thing.
Mhm.
One thing I think we can. I think one thing that Nintendo is not doing with Sonic, not doing with Mario, but Sega is doing really good with Sonic is whoring the hell out of Sonic the Hedgehog. It's like if you at least keep the cartoon running or keep something that's not related to the game to a Sonic game going while Sega makes other kinds of games, do it. I think I like keep the comic going. The comics are great. Keep the Sonic Boom. Your mileage may vary, but hey, people like the cartoon, so you run with that. Just like maybe just keep them just being like a cartoon for right now.
Sonic should just guest star in other people's games. I think that's what we've learned from Smash Brothers and from I guess racing is it's kind of its own thing, anyways. Things like that. The spin-off stuff seems to work really well for Sonic versus his main games have not been so great in the last few years. Although I heard good things about Generations. So
Yeah,
Now, I just want to say,
I got Generation.
now if I want to put some my 2 cents out here with this. Though Secret of the Rings wasn't so good, it was for me for a 3D Sonic, it was a step in the right direction. The Black Knight was completely off.
Well, that was also partially done by BioWare, though.
Yeah.
No, Black Knight was the sequel to Seven Rings.
Oh, okay. Then what was the one that BioWare did?
Sonic Chronicles.
Chronicles. Thank you. My bad.
And that was actually that was just a bold experiment on their end.
Yeah.
But anyways, keep going, Miguel.
That was my thoughts right there. It's like Sega did a good job with Secret of the Rings. I think that was a step in the right direction. Black Knight was kind of a step back at that point there. They just gotta get to it, I mean, Adventures, don't get me wrong, was pretty good. But with the now and today's day and age with the games, you need to do something about it,
Yeah.
So I mean, look at Mario.
And like I said,
his formula might be. Look at the Mario games. Look at 3D World. Look at Mario Galaxy. Look at Mario Brothers Wii U. All that stuff. It's.
I have the answer.
It's different, but it's the same.
Yes, and I have the answer. Shigeru Miyamoto needs to work on Sonic games. That's the solution.
I was like, I think now would be a good time if they really, really wanted to make a Sonic game. Is just to get Nintendo to make a Sonic game and do like a Sonic Mario game where it's just like it has like I don't know, like cause like they're 2 different games, but I know Nintendo can make it work somehow.
It's called
But that's
Mario
just like
Sonic.
fanboy dreaming
Ramses,
on my end.
It's called
So, like,
Mario and
what?
Sonic at the Olympic Games.
Oh, shut up!
I forgot about those.
That's what I need. Just what I need. Sonic and Mario curling. How help you curl?
You have a little broom.
Someone
push these
explain to me
little
that.
rocks. You gotta get the rock. Just slide into the little circles, and that's how you can score. And then your opposing team's trying to push their counter stones.
Shut up, Jared. Shut up. You don't even know either.
No, I do. I've watched it because I have family that watches the Olympics for God knows what reason. And I know. Jared the Greek. I should like the Olympics. I don't. Sue me. I find them really boring. What have you.
I don't blame you. Anyways, let's move on. For God's sakes, I think we buried this deeper than Sonic the Hedgehog is buried right now.
Yes. We'll eventually have to come back to Sega. Here's some more suggestions, but you're right. We do have more news to get through. Got a couple people also changing their jobs, not as much quitting so much. What's his name? Sorry, I gotta find it. The writer of the previous Borderlands games, Anthony Birch, will be not involved in the next Borderlands game because he'll be heading off to Hulu to do a long-form comedy series alongside some of the staff of Video Game High. I myself am not a big fan of Video Game High. I thought only one episode in season 1 I really enjoyed, and it was the Casablanca episode. But I do have a lot of friends who love this series. As it turns out, it's just a series that personally does not appeal to me. but a lot of people like it. I think the humor of Borderlands would work well with the creators of Video Game High. I think that's a mesh that will work really well, and I'm kind of curious what the Hulu series will turn out to be.
And that's the thing, like, I've seen Video Game High. It's more like, well, if this was better written, I might be more inclined to watch it. And
Borderlands guys for.
And it's like, no, yeah, exactly. It's like Borderlands. What I love about Borderlands is it's funny. It is really funny. It's like it's legitimately funny to the point where it's like I can't like usually I would play a game, with no sound, just so I can like listen to like either a podcast or something like that. That's one of the few games I actually intentionally leave the sound on and listen to all the dialogue because it's so funny.
I also love just the little word jokes, like when it introduces a character and it has a little one sentence or a couple word descriptor of the character. Like, I love those little things, especially for bad guys, especially for the bad guys.
Yeah, it's like hopefully this will be good. It's like Freddie Wong is like say what you will about Video Game High. It's like technically it's a really good series for what they well made series. So getting them
made series, I'll give you that.
So with his know-how and this guy's writing, it's perfect. And like I said, at the expense of Borderlands 3 may not be as immersive as it might be. It may not be as funny, but who knows? Because it's like the part of humor is a huge part of Borderlands, but also a huge chunk of it too is blowing shit up.
Yeah, and just infinite amount of weapons porn.
Oh yeah,
there's 20 million combinations of weapons. Have fun.
I think another thing, and I forgot that this was I think was last week when they were talking about it, and I didn't really consider its views until this happened. Is that they're taking feelers right now? They're taking feelers for 2K is taking out feelers on like what kind of weapons and what kind of things they want for Borderlands 3 as well.
Yeah.
So it's like the gears are actually running right now. And hopefully the Borderlands 3 will come. Hopefully they take their time with this game. I don't want this game suddenly 2016 guys I'll be like, no, wait at least one more year. I'm willing to wait 2017, 2018 for Borderlands 3.
I agree. I think taking a little time to add more stuff, and if to find the right writer or writers to make sure the humor remains strong. And plus, pre-sequel just came out. Let's have that sit around for a while. I've been curious. I like some of the new character classes and stuff.
And also, not just the pre-sequel. They just announced the PS4 Xbox One version called the Handsome Jack Collection.
Mm-hmm.
So it's gonna have Borderlands 2 and Borderlands the pre-sequel on one disc. And I think it's gonna have all the DLC for each of the games.
So in.
Same here.
We will. When that comes out, I will have no more excuses. I'll have to have a PS4 on my table, and then you and me, Ramses, and whoever else wants to join in, we're just gonna blow the hell out of everything co-op games.
As long as it can be done Zerker.
Yeah, go for it.
Yay!
I'm not sure. Well, I always liked the the commando class. I always liked having the turret as an option.
Oh, that's really good. But I like the Gunzerker because I get 2 guns, eat me.
Yeah, dude, and also the Gunzerker has the sexual Tyrannosaurus perk.
Yes.
Which I love it. It's just an obscure reference to a movie, but I freaking love it.
All right. So, but yeah, hopefully there's enough right now with Borderlands 2, Borderlands 2, or as a pre-sequel, Tales of Borderlands. I forgot that game was out too.
Yeah, that's also out, and that's done by Telltale, which is very Telltale, which is fine.
Yeah,
I love seeing some Telltale.
So it's like so you have options. Wait until 2018, 2017 if you really are desperate. I want this game to be great. I want Borderlands 3 to be great. I know things are about looking good right now, but losing your writer. I just want this game to play good. And take your time. Don't rush this out like other games have been rushing out. For God's sake, I'm on my knees. You don't see this. This is a podcast. I'm on my knees. Don't rush this game, 2K. For God's sake. Randy Pitchford and everyone at Gearbox, do not rush this game, for God's sakes.
Yeah, I think if there's anything last year taught us, it's rushing out sequels does not always work out as well as you might think.
Yeah,
So,
look at Assassin's Creed.
yeah, Unity took some major damage. Although
Unity, Halo, this goes on and on and
Halo
on.
wasn't a sequel. That just went through the weird November bug glitch problems. But I was thinking some of the Call of Duty issues they had, some of the Assassin's Creed issues and stuff like that. There's another one in there that was like a rushed out yearly sequel that also got, oh god, like every other EA sports game had an issue. So.
And not only every other EA sports team, but also every other 2K sports team as well.
Yes, 2K also had those issues.
So they should know. They saw what happened. They saw what happened with like NBA 2K.
Yep.
They saw those uncanny valley faces. They're like, dude.
Yeah. Or the weird, I mean, just what happened with the WWE game with just everything looks like it's weirdly plastic and melty. Like melted action figures.
they went to Madame Tussauds. They're like, make me a John Cena.
Oh. They can't do a John Cena at Madame Tussauds because everyone's going to try to punch it.
Anyways,
okay, I'll continue with the news before you die, man.
No, just like I'm imagining because you guys wanted to come when you guys were up here, and I'm like imagining just me just in line, like, Franz, what are you doing? I want to take a punch. I want to punch this damn thing out.
Everyone is sick of John Cena. Okay. Moving back to the news before Miguel has to scold us for going too off topic. Speaking of writers, according to writer Neal Druckmann, I believe it's how it's supposed to be pronounced, he is working on the Last of Us movie, also worked on the Last of Us game. The movie will have some major changes from the game. Not a huge surprise to anyone who's watched a video game adaptation of a movie adaptation of a video game, rather. However, it will keep the tone and message of the game. So I don't know if this is just going to be its own deviated story or if it's going to be following our two main characters. But it will have some changes. So obviously, I don't think any of us are shocked by this. But it's just kind of sad when you're sitting there going like, "Oh man, don't water down the game because Hollywood is like this is too brutal and rough." You know, that's why it appealed to so many people because it's so brutal and rough. Because end of the world sucks, people. That's what you need to know. The end of the world sucks.
Speaking about end of the world, this is the premise of this game. Also,
it's I'm looking at the game and it's basically Prince of Persia meets the road. Anyways, yes.
We'll talk about that as soon as we wrap up the news, Miguel. That'll be our little after news segment because I'm curious for your thoughts on the game.
Yeah, but no, like I said, the end of the world. It's horrible. It's dark. It's bleak. That game is dark. It's bleak. I'm pretty sure he's gonna keep some sort of competency to have some sort of saying like, look, I'm gonna keep some aspects of the darkness. But yeah, I have to Hollywood up some aspects to keep it like, from looking too much like Hollywood.
Yeah, but like I said, it's the tone and the message will remain. So
yeah,
that gives me a little more confidence. And they're wrapping up the second draft of the script right now. So
yeah, and
it's gonna be like at this point.
And like I was saying, it's like no movie. Like if you ever look through a script through a movie, it goes through so many changes no matter what. So it's like if people are gonna cry foul about this, well, you gotta cry foul about every other movie made.
Yeah, let's just hope to get a director who can carry the heavy and dark tone of the game into the movie.
Wasn't it Sam Raimi that was gonna do it?
I don't remember.
Power must be made visible.
As you move us on to the next news, I'll go this.
Okay. For you PC players, Dead or Alive 5 Last Round will be delayed until March 30th. However, early adopters and those who pre-ordered and what have you, and probably people who grab it near the end of March, will receive the Halloween costume pack for free. However, PC gamers must be warned there will be no online mode. However, it will be patched on at a later date. So, I don't like playing fighting games on PC personally, other than Melty Blood is probably the only one I actually enjoy because it's the only way to really play that game. most fighters never seem to play right for me. But you know what? Tecmo's been taking their time with this, and I think they know what they're doing. So I'm feeling a bit more confident with last round on PC.
Well, I think there's been a resurgence recently of fighting games on PC, and it's become like that next platform. I play a lot of Skullgirls on PC, like a lewd amount of Skullgirls. No, no pun intended about the game. I play a lot of Skullgirls on PC,
Okay.
and it's really good. It's like now that things are like USB controlled, you don't have to like worry about you don't have to worry about like, oh my god, I need to buy a joystick. Most of your joysticks will work and this and that, so you don't have to worry about stuff like that. The game itself, like I said, like I like the only thing that bugs me, the thing that's like the thing I'm wondering like how is this going to affect everything is that no online at the start.
Yeah.
Because like most, if not every game online has like an online component on PC, and that's gonna really.
They wouldn't have that at launch.
The only game I can think of that doesn't have a PC, that doesn't have online, and it hurts it a lot, is Vanguard Princess. But it's one of those games where I don't want to be announcing that I'm playing Vanguard Princess. That's a problem.
Anyhow, they said they're going to patch it in. So like apparently they have it in plans. I guess it would delay the game even more if they did that. But here's the big question. Okay, so it got delayed from February to March. Fine. But if the patch is going to take long enough that the delay would obviously... How long is it going to be for that patch, I guess is what I'm trying to say here. Because when I think about it, I'm like, okay, you're delaying to March, so it's probably going to shorten the time for that delay, but are we going to get that patch in April? May? June? July? 2016?
Another thing I'm wondering, too,
yeah,
is like, what will that patch consist of? Will it just be like, just online? Will it just be like player versus player online? Or will we have like full-on lobbies?
yeah.
Because that's my biggest problem too. It's like, will it be like this full immersive online, or will it just be like, hey, you can fight your friend or a random person, and that's it? Like,
Yeah.
if it was me, I'd be like, look, give me the reason why King of Fighters 98 Ultimate that just came out recently for Steam isn't that good. Is because they just half-assed their online with that one. Like,
Well, that's because
really
it doesn't exist anymore.
what?
So that's because SNK doesn't really exist anymore.
Well, no, just like the online, it's bad. The online for that game is horrible.
That's rough.
Because like it's like the most roughest thing you can ever think of, and it's like if I don't want that happening. If they're taking that extra time for it to be online, I want to see like online lobbies and like lobbies by like wherever part of the world you're at. I want the whole shebang at this point.
It would be nice, and maybe that's why it's taking a delay. We'll find out when they finally get an online mode. Moving on to my last story, the Madden Super Bowl prediction is in. Patriots over Seahawks, 28-24. Suck it, Seahawks.
I'm not excited for this game at all. As a matter of fact, I'm just gonna watch this. It's like I've never been invested in the Super Bowl for the last couple of years now because like I just don't like any of the teams, and this year's no exception. So it's like whatever. Just show me the Just show me the Age of Ultron trailer and just like let me be.
But here's the deal. You don't even have to watch the Super Bowl for that now that we have the internet.
Good point.
I mean, James Wan recently posted, hey, the Furious 7 is going to have its trailer posted during the first quarter of the Super Bowl. And I'm like, that's awesome. I'm watching the Super Bowl, so it's cool for me. But if I wasn't, I'd just go, oh, cool. So what, like an hour into when the Super Bowl's on, I can check the internet and someone's going to already have posted it and everything will be cool? Cool. I mean, it's just how things have changed.
Yeah, anyways. But yeah, like usually 9 times out of 10 the Madden predictions are correct, but it's like it's usually by a margin of like one or like of a couple of touchdowns. So it's like my prediction of a game going 17-14 might happen.
My prediction was 32-28.
All right.
And they
I
have
have no prediction for the game.
Go on, Neal.
I have no game prediction.
Okay. Yeah. I think it's obligatory at this point. Everybody, like most people, have like even if they don't care about it, they have some sort of prediction. My prediction is it's gonna be a tight game, and yeah. Anyways, moving on.
That's the last of my stories. Ramses, I know you had a couple.
Okay, first things first. Metal Gear Rising 2 was teased at the Taipei game show in China. Only thing we saw was a big old 2, and that was just good enough for me to scream, "Rules of Nature!"
I gotta know you're excited. I didn't consider that a news story because I'm like, show me footage, show me story. Let me hear. Oh shit, who's the actor who plays Raiden?
Oh,
Shoot, Quentin Flynn.
Quentin Flynn.
Let me hear Quentin Flynn say something angsty, then I'll be fine.
He's not angsty anymore. He's crazy now.
All right, he's insane. Yeah.
Yeah, he's like,
Either
yeah,
way.
let's rip it up.
Either way. What else you got, Rams?
Yeah. What was the second? Oh, Friday Nights at Freddy's 3. Please do not buy me this game. Whoever listens to me, I swear to God, do not buy it. I'm going to
Viewers who are
scream.
listening in, once Five Nights at Freddy's 2, buy Five Nights at Freddy's 2 and give them to Ramses. And also when Five Nights at Freddy 3 comes out, please gift it to him so that way he can stream it again and we can all have a wonderful time.
And me just crying like a little girl, like, no, stop! I don't want to do it anymore, Daddy. No more, no more. But with that said,
I think is that all the news?
Well, I'm just gonna say one last thing about the game. It's gonna be free roaming, it seems.
And if it is, I'll actually be in because I would like a Five Nights at Freddy's if it was kind of crossed with, say, a clock tower kind of game where hiding and setting up traps is part of your survival strategy. That'd be really cool. So
right.
It's the sitting in a chair waiting for a jump scare that doesn't really suit me for a horror game. But if I actually have more interaction, like hiding and running and stuff like that, that could be a lot of fun. Yeah. All right, is that all the news?
No, I have
Miguel,
a
you had
something
something?
right here. One, Sony has dropped support for the beta apps of YouTube and their map services.
Not a good sign for the Vita.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, like, okay, the only one I'm questioning is the YouTube. The Maps one, I think it's because Maps was more when they had the 3G version of it. That's where it worked more. But now that we don't have a 3G version of the PS Vita, then that's kind of a useless app to even have.
Okay.
And finally, the last thing is I posted it on our Twitter feed, and I posted it on my Facebook page, personal Facebook page. But I believe a toy company is making a new Mega Man X figure to sell.
Yes, they are making it. It's been in production for a while, but this is like the very first time that TruForce Collectibles is making this completely new redesigned Mega Man X. It's really good, and I'm glad that they're going forward with this because like I remember seeing prototypes of it, and they're like, it's a prototype, whatever. And now finally seeing it come to fruition is really, really awesome.
All right. I'm always excited about new toys. I have plenty on my desk as it is.
Well, some of these look pretty cool. It has a light up X Buster and light up. I think its forehead also lights up as well. It's very articulated. It's articulated all hell. It's just like the redesign looks so cool. It's like it doesn't lose either, and it doesn't lose the aesthetic of X either.
Nice. I'll have to check out some pictures of it when we're done here.
All right. So is that it?
That's mostly what I've got.
All right.
That's all I got. Also, it's like we have another news bit, but it's like I think what we should wait till like next week when we have a lot more time to talk about it.
Yep, because we got to get into the interview. So Miguel, I'll let you give you your thoughts on the game real quick, and then we'll jump into the interview.
Okay, well, the Deadlight game. It's dark. It's gritty. It's a post-apocalyptic world set in the 1980s. If you guys haven't been paying attention to the the stream and the subtext, it says right there in plain text that it's taking place in the 80s.
The most terrible time to be in the apocalypse, because that's when everything started happening. Nuclear war, a Skynet, and all that other good stuff.
Yeah. But so far, so good. These kinds of games I really kind of enjoy. These post-apocalyptic type of games. They're an interesting. It's an interesting take, you know.
All right.
And like I said, this game kind of reminds me a lot of Prince of Persia. In a way of like your movement, you have to do like this weird parkour stuff. But that's just me. I could be wrong.
Yeah, it does. It does have that. It's that platforming kind of side-scrolling stuff, which is fun.
Yeah, classic Prince of Persia. I see a little bit of that too, especially with like when you're running, you have that actual like kind of skidding to a stop kind of thing that the Prince used to have.
And all of that, it's like you got to like do the pinpoint jump so you won't get caught into a trap or be caught by a bunch of zombies.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I'm digging the design.
Yeah, I have this game like that you. It's so weird. It's like you and me, because we have the same games. And it's like whenever I see you play, it's like, damn, I should load this game up.
It's always how it is. All right then. Without further ado, here's our interview with Neal, one of the creators of Bacon Man.
And to the people watching the stream, if this is the podcast, this is a break in our podcast here.
Unfortunately, we are not going to have him jump in. It's been pre-recorded, so you'll have to go and listen to the podcast if you want to hear the interview, people. Sorry.
It's a good one.
It is an awesome interview.
Yeah.
Plus, it informed us that Bacon Man can be found on Twitter, and you can message Bacon Man and ask him questions.
Yeah, if you want
to
get on
Jared's
there,
already messed with them already.
Yes, I've already messed with him because that's my twisted sense of humor.
Yep.
It's amazing.
What was it again? I'm trying to remember what it was.
I think it was just Bacon Man or the Bacon Man.
No, it's like son of
heir to the. It's meat.
Hold on, I'll look it up right now since we're taking a break from the show, anyways. Loading up the Twitter.
Wait, meat thrown hair.
That's what it is.
Meat thrown air.
Yeah, meat thrown air.
We should, Ramses. I think you should go on and send a Twitter message to Bacon
him.
Man and say, "Hey, Bacon Man, would you watch our stream?" Just because we can.
So I don't watch this on our stream.
Getting distracted on Twitter. Let's close the Twitter before I start reading everyone's posts. Nope, not gonna get distracted.
TV.
So pretty much to talk about since this is the live episode of the podcast, for the people watching our stream, it's a good interview. We talked about little things here and there. We pretty much talked about the creators' influences, their plans for the future, little things like that here and there. And yeah,
it's really cool. Everyone should check it out. And
Jerry,
this episode,
do you have a website to plug for them real quick?
I think it's skymapgames.com. Let me double check real quick here.
I think that's the main one. I think they can also go to baconman.com too.
Yeah, there may also be an official Bacon Man website as well. But yeah, skymapgames.com is their main site, and then Bacon Man and Adventure. And then the main Bacon Man website, give me a second here for it to load, is baconmangame.com.
Bacon Man Games.
So you can learn more about Bacon Man and Adventure. Oh, by the way, now it has the squiggly Japanese text under the logo now. They keep adding more stuff.
Oh shit!
That is awesome.
It has the hiragana on there.
Yeah.
Bacon Man.
Bacon Manu.
Alright, so shall we get back to closing the show?
Yes, we'll close the show, so stop being distracted by websites. But yeah, check both of those out, and links will also be in the show notes.
Hold on, bacon
Okay.
man.
And we're back. Hope you enjoyed the interview. We'll be wrapping up right now. So, without any further ado, if you want to check out more about our... Shoot, I totally screwed this up. But the best part is, I can redo this. Haha. Redo
But
button.
it will be live exactly with the mess up on YouTube, though.
It will be. And we're
Shout
back.
out to Elena.
Double damn it.
Good job, Ramsey.
I love you, Skype delay. Anyways, keep going.
Ugh. Okay. And we're back. Thank you for... fuck me.
Take 3.
And we're back. I hope you enjoyed the show. As always, you can check out our Twitch stream at twitch.tv/secretstage. You can talk to us on the Twitter at SR_secretstage. And you can, of course, check out our YouTube, which is Secret Stage Games.
And don't forget, we have our Facebook page, which is facebook.com/secretstagegames as well.
Knew there was one I was forgetting.
Did you plug the YouTube?
I did.
Okay.
So until next time, this is Jared for Ramses and Miguel saying game over and winners don't do drugs. But they do watch our stream.
Hi.
And we're out. Yay. This is fun editing's coming back. Because I kept it recording the entire time, so I can delete all the bad takes and what have you, but I'm going to have to sort through that and I take care of it tomorrow morning or something.
Yep. Well,
So we'll probably have to release this episode on Monday just because stupid Super Bowl is getting it in the way.
Anyways, remember, I'm still streaming, so let's keep the off-air talk low. Let me get this stage, and then we'll continue.
This is part of the BS. I'm fine with doing the after show BS right now.
Yep.
But yeah, in terms of time, our time is looking good for that. So I think when everything's pasted together, it should come together to be a regular-sized episode. It's always hard to judge when we have to put in the interview, but man, I loved this interview. Neal is amazing. And I'm glad that I'm glad that
I would say it was almost the same as it was with Michael's interview.
Yeah, that was also a really fun one where it's just, some of these developers are just such cool people.
Is Michael the guy who made
Savage?
Savage?
Yeah.
In the uploads, I actually uploaded the footage of me playing it on the stream now on our YouTube.
Oh, your old Ramses Project video?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Has he even released a new alpha build?
There is a new alpha build, but I think it's the new alpha build from back just a bit after our interview.
Oh, okay.
It came out the same. It came out like around a bit after you guys did the interview,
Yeah.
and I tried playing that, but the problem was it crashed. It kept on crashing on me, so I'm like, I'm gonna wait till the next build.
And with me, this build, the new one, 'cause I tried playing it earlier, the frame rate was completely dropped to nothing.
Ugh.
Oh no! Don't fall. No,
Guys.
attention to your footage. This is actually kind of cool. I really kind of want to play this.
Yeah, it's so fucking awesome. Anyways, guys, I gotta take a quick break. I need to go pee, and then I gotta go take out the dog, and so he needs to poop. So.
And no worries. It's
So
just
it's like-
after show now, so you just do what you need to do.
I'll be back. I'll be back for Zelda. I'll be back for Zelda stuff because like I really want to see the adventures of Miguel as he finishes the last couple of places that he needs to go to. So I'll be back. Okay, guys.
All right.
Music box.
Yeah, this game was pretty cool. I dig this.
This for her birthday.
There's another game this reminds me of. Maybe I've seen someone else play this before, but this reminds me of something. Maybe this guy's made a game like this, or I don't know. There's something about this that reminds me of it. I cannot put my finger on the name of the game.
Family.
I cannot remember what it was called, but this really reminds me of something.
This is what happens to those who steal from death.
Yeah.
because I know it wasn't this game. This game's, I think, too new to have been the game I'm thinking of. The game I'm thinking of was like out 2-3 years ago or something. But my friend Nick was playing it.
Yeah.
I cannot remember what it was called. But it's a pretty cool game.
It's not I Am Alive, is it?
No, it wasn't I Am Alive. It was something else. It didn't have this aesthetic. It had more of a cityscape, kind of like this with the parkour and running through the buildings and stuff. But it didn't have like the post-apocalyptic thing. It was more of a, I want to say, futuristic, or like slightly cleaner version of what a real life city looks like. It has that like certain sci-fi movies do, like the not too distant future, where it's just kind of a cleaner version of now. It has that feel. It has. I keep thinking, it was a good description of it. Well, the movie's not that great of a movie, but the way they designed the city is kind of what it reminded me of. Minority Report. How everything just looks a little too clean. It kind of had that look to it. I don't know if it was supposed to be semi-futuristic or not, but the guy was being chased by robots, army dudes, something. That was part of the thing, is not only did you have to make it through all these traps and stuff, but you had someone pursuing you. So it's not like you had a lot of time to plan that jump. You really got to get your twitch reflexes down on and level memorization, so you don't accidentally land on electrified floor panels or what have you. But yeah, it was semi-futuristic. There's like people chasing after the character, but it had a very similar aesthetic and definitely a similar gameplay feel to this. And I'm really digging this. I just like how it looks. Just has this bleak. Yeah, I'm digging. Oh, did you die or? Oh.
Watching the stream, then yeah, I probably died.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a bad choice. That was. Oh wait, never mind.
Oh no, maybe you beat it because there's a little look. I don't know if there's a loading screen or a cutscene there. We're just showing like junk and stuff like that. No, it looks like you died. Yeah, I'm digging this style of this game. I need a tea fill, which is my term for refilling my tea. Because I am that cool, I will combine words. I think I know what I'll do for an evening snack. I think I'll chop up some of that celery and have some peanut butter celery or something like that. So everyone can hear my crunchy celery noises on the stream. Well, I'll let you game out a little more. If you want to talk a little bit more about the game, Miguel, you're free to do so. And then when Ramses and me come back, we can switch over to Zelda.
Okay, well, I'm going to keep going just a little bit longer until my next death, and after that, I'm going to cut off the stream and then start prepping up to get Zelda running.
Okay. Sounds good.
All done recording?
Yep.
Awesome.
I feel like lighter than air because I got both shows done, and I'm just like, I'm done. Yes.
Yeah, how would you like to do that and make money?
That would be nice. You really want me to go for that job?
Days of wasted
Do you want to go for that job?
Yeah, why not? Like, what do I have to, what do my mom say? What do I have to lose? If they say no, they say no. If they say yes, I can make some money doing something I do anyways. Because I don't even really care about it on a microphone. That's what I do. That's how I
Can you
do.
tell them to check properties and get to the systems?
I'm not sorry. Do you know? I'm supposed to just be like a PR character, right? Just like, hey, you're glad to have me here. Here's sneeze. Do you know what you're doing? Do you have any questions?
Parker, since when did you ever have
The next coordinator is
I
you're
need
essentially
to
just
learn how to shoot this thing.
you're just doing some prep calls and just making sure like everyone's all set to go for their hourly webcast.
Okay.
So you're pretty much like just essentially what you've been doing for the past couple hours. Like, okay, can we get a mic check? Good. Audio check. Good. Get video check. You're coming. Your way you're framing it is kind of.
Headspace, people, headspace.
Can you pull back?
The joy of talking to cameraman, headspace.
And a lot of these universities use webcams, so it's also just kind of coaching them headspace.
Yeah.
They do require. I know you know what Photoshop looks like.
Okay, so we're done, so whenever you want to get back. Where are you at right now?
You also require video editing.
You think you can pick up some food? I don't know, whatever.
And I know you and the I know you and really would get along. We're introverts.
What do you think of that, Beth?
Okay. Alright.
Well
Bye.
done, comrade. Now you have to show me your aim. Try to shoot
Yeah,
that
Alan's
bird.
done.
Hey, I'll try on it a little bit. Your choice whether or not you want to have any.
Yeah, I'll try it. I'll have a minute. Huh?
I need a place to live. Yeah, nothing but crystals. Sorry. Let's look at here and stuff on it. Even if we don't eat it all, it's to be just nice to go for a while. So everything is less. First, yeah, look at how much this is thrown out.
Oh, wow.
And he wants to be on a tree. Also,
You know, I used to talk to people with that, like, you know,
all it says.
the Japanese version of that might go.
Yeah, it's just exactly the thing in English. I agree.
But it's brutal.
Well, it's because it's how they do their hard to read. Oh, I love how happy he is in that version. I'm like, oh, you're happy. It's going to be like really angry all the time. I don't know. That's Christmas night before it, I still have one. Tasty hot crisper vegetables and sausages. You put the knives in the scabbard and then when I cleaned the drawer, I'm like, oh, there's the other scabbard. It's on the other neck. I guess where it was a scabbard. I guess I was looking at it. Oh, no, the sheets in there.
Oh, that's how I aim.
Would you like just a couple of slices, or would you like slices of peanut butter, or 2 and 2, or?
Yeah, 2 and 2.
Okay. Yeah, it's good.
Oh.
Let's think of something hard.
Okay.
Pro, pluck it from the flies off.
Oh, I just forgot it. I have my purse.
I think it's time to do something about this poor bastard. It's cruel to leave him tied up like that. Let's put him out of his misery.
Yeah, I hear
I'm not trying to force you to be this.
I'd rather have something healthy after 10.
But, this is not.
Take the shot, Randy. Let's do right by the poor soul.
Sugar stuff after 9 o'clock. Take the ground with us.
There's no glory in killing the dead a second time. This is just what it means to survive now. Make sure you always aim for the head, Randy. Always in the head.
I remember next so then it's available because like when I want my if I was in the midday snack meal, if I can just open up a little container like this, grab some slices all around the world versus sitting there going, well, we got some of the Hershey here, some of those Reese's. Yeah, these are our snacking to help stuff like this. I don't see why not. Alright, I'm thinking so. I think the Sarah's gonna start soon. Close the door. Oh, shoot. Yes, I'll take that trash out because otherwise it'll rot and snake. Stink. And pickups. Great.
Alrighty. This is my next death.
There's some that needs to be
Next
taken
death
out.
will be the close of this stream.
Well, the ones these are trash.
They're all recycling.
Also, except for the other one.
In pursuit of a white van in the center of the
Yeah, they can just get all this stuff.
Repeat, in pursuit of a white van, Charlie 1.
That's Parker's motor.
Yeah? Sure.
Alright, so that's what's going to close it off for us here today. We already did our closing notes, so listen, that's earlier, but real quick recap, it's Secret Stage, twitch.tv/Secret Stage, facebook.com/Secret Stage Games, youtube.com/Secret Stage Games. Our Twitter is SR_Secret Stage. So follow us there, follow us everywhere, and stay tuned. We will be back with us streaming our Saturday stream with the continuation of The Legend of Zelda, Zelda 2: The Adventures of Link. Alright, stay tuned. We'll be right back.